Hello and welcome to the Pen and Paper Pod. Gentlemen, are you ready to get started with the finale of the Out of Time arc? I love how this entire arc I've been trying to think up a new name for like Dagger of Time or like Sands of Time, but unfortunately I haven't come up with anything, and this is literally the last episode of the arc. So Out of Time it is, a literal Back to the Future reference.
Yeah, why not?
Pardon me, guys. Go ahead.
Just back in the nick of time. More time puns.
I was a fan of digging up the past.
Digging up the past might be good.
Digging up the past was pretty good.
Because it's like a desert and there was Indiana Jones and he digs stuff. No, I like that. That's good. That's better than anything that he came up. It's all right.
And it's the time trowel.
Yeah. By the way, y'all, I mean, that was not something. That was not something I was predicting. That's something that they completely came up with and just sort of forced upon me. Yeah.
But that's what D&D is. Was pretty good.
Because it's like a desert and there was Indiana Jones and he digs. Feedback here. All right, that's fixed. All right, gentlemen, are you ready to get on with the finale of the time trial arc? I actually don't know if this is going to be the last episode of this arc. We'll see. You might all die today. It's a huge possibility. I feel like I'm ready for a new adventure in Dungeons & Dragons. So like as a DM, I'm going to get like really rough on you for like these last two arcs. And we're going to see if you guys can live through it.
Jack wants to be a player now, so he just wants to kill us off.
I don't want to be an eternal DM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. That's not how I roll. But anyways, yeah. Are you guys ready to try to win some initiative for this week? Oh, and a couple of things. I just wanted to say, head on over to @penandpaperpod on our Facebook and also on our, on our Twitter. Most of the commentary that we've been seeing has actually been coming through Facebook lately. So go out there, check the group. You can check out and talk to our top fans. Megan's a little bit sick and under the weather, I know. So hopefully we'll get some people in there tonight. We'll get some conversation going and talking about Dungeons & Dragons. Anyways, head on over there, check that out. Also, check out the Tuscan Shed Media Network. That's the TuscanShed.com, which is our mother podcasting network. You should check that out. Anyways, moving on. I'm joined here by a cast of lovable villains tonight. Well, they're not lovable. They're kind of unscrupulous, malevolent, evil, vile, villainous villains. That was not great. Anyways, I'm joined here, of course, by the scrupulous Kenku rogue, Scree, played by Trevor Flynn.
Hey.
I'm also joined by the gentle and elven bovine forest friend Tenderloin, played by Edwin Reyes. Your name for the first week is finally correct at the top.
All right, cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. I totally noticed.
I could tell you did. I know. I felt the appreciation from here. It was like deep in like my bones. I just felt it so much, you know? I just knew that you needed that.
My love is strong.
I know. I got it. Anyways, we're also joined here by the villainous veteran of vileness, Ashe Fallbright, playing the Ashe Fallbright, the Shadow Sorcerer, played by Tanner Cook.
Hello.
And of course, I'm Jack Newman, your guide into this descent into senseless vileness. Sorry, I'm really bad with these alliterations today. Like I'm just destroying this. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight, and I promise I will be. I will have better words for the rest of it. Oh my God! Wow. Okay. All right. Get out of it. Come on. Come on, kids. This is why I didn't. This is why you don't skip the warm-ups. This is my bad. All right. Yeah. So my salty lads, are you prepared for a recap and your weekly opportunity to win advantage for this session?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yes,
do it.
Led astray by the deviants of dark, our villains have ventured forth from the Bangarang to the city and desert of Fargo Na in hopes of finding Oberon's Folly, the home of an ancient fey elven lord who created the time trowel, a time-altering garden implement designed to reunite him with his lost love, the Summer Queen Titania. In a cross-continental race against time, a cuckolded elven lord Hemlock, the mad Dr. Glimgarrick, and our villains seek the time trowel to help restore the Demon King Barghoul. All right, for this week, a couple of things. I want you, from the previous session, to name at least, each of you needs to name one character that you murdered in the previous session.
I murdered my brother Prime Angus.
You get advantage for the session. Got two more. Come on. There was more, and I'll say this, there was more than 3 that got murdered that are named characters.
Pretty sure we murdered Lady Skullfucker.
That's correct. Trevor gets advantage. Tanner, you are the last man out.
Well, I murdered Montana James.
Yeah, there you go. That was the 3 I was hoping for. So congratulations, you all get advantage for this session. Yes, on the previous session, you guys headed down river and went to Lake Gobe and managed. I like to think of it as Lake Job in my head because it's like Job and he's like doing the magic show from what is it? Save me, Trevor.
Arrested Development.
Thank you. Wow, on the spot cast. Yeah, and so I just imagine. So they managed to get around this river and they just went the direct path by using Pass Without a Trace and driving right up to the thing and then just engaging all the goblins and getting through it. They didn't go into the forest and deal with my Spider Queen phobia, who was really cool. I thought that was fun. They didn't deal with the dragon turtle in the middle of the harbor. They didn't try to infiltrate the camp, or they didn't make a deal with Montana James. They just went right through my DMing last time like a hot knife through bad butter. It was great. And I enjoyed it. And I've learned my lessons.
At will.
Yep. I gave him that ability. I gave him that ability. No, the whole music is supposed to be on. The whole music is also our lobby music. I don't think is it too loud, Megan? I mean, it's not. I don't think it's too loud. Yep. Nah, it's not too loud. See, it's fine. I'll turn it off now, though. How about that? All right, gentlemen. Yeah, so you made it through this. You guys are all beat to bloody shit, but you are now technically level 12. What are you guys doing in the rain as you paddle down the river in your raft? The Salt Shaker.
Which is still up and functioning.
That is correct.
So we last time we came like right up, like we saw like over the treetops the Oberon's Folly, right? So we have to start heading on foot instead of the river. Is that correct?
Pardon me? I'm so sorry. I was
so last time we
chat. Go ahead.
Oh. So last time we ended, like you said, we're coming across Oberon's Folly like, over the treetops. So does that mean we have to start like going towards it on foot, or can we still follow the river?
You can still follow the river in the distance. So I want to give a sense for this real quick. You see Oberon's Folly now in the distance, which is based on the writings of Montana James from a previous history check. You're able to see that there is this massive, massive tree in the distance that's going across. It's like literally like it's in a depression, so it's not viewable from the sides of the desert. But as soon as you get into like this deep into you're able to very easily see this. You're very curious as to why this was a difficult place for people to find. If they just get within with like 20 miles of it, they can see it. Not the underscore for the other time.
Yeah, we should just follow the river.
Yeah, why you guys are like more efficient than everybody else in this tale. Anyways, you guys are still you can go ahead. Sorry,
we're the best the Dark's ever seen. That's why we're so efficient.
That is accurate. 20 miles. So as you continue on, the rain pours down on you guys. It is still a good amount of time away from you to get there. Don't take that 20 miles thing quite literally. Sorry, I haven't worked out my distances, Tanner. So I see you doing that. I don't have it. It's a very large tree. So as you guys are heading down river, if you want to continue on, you need to go ahead and you can still get lost. So go ahead and give me a survival roll.
That's me.
Go do it, Tendy.
12.
Excuse me, Tenderloin.
Do you still have disadvantage? Because you have a level of exhaustion, so I think you have disadvantage.
We rested before we went to Lake.
But he had 2 levels, remember? If I'm not mistaken,
I'm not going to question the level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I think you have. I think Tendy is the only one with a level of exhaustion left.
All right, so I have to roll again. And
yes, you do. Go ahead.
Disadvantage.
Yep. All right. Well, 12 is still what 15. It was. Yeah. So with a 12, you're not exactly sure, but you're relatively sure. You're in this. You're almost right here. So one more day of travel, and you should be in kind of the same area as Oberon's Folly.
Does this mean we can long rest?
Why are you asking me? What do you guys want to do? You guys are just paddling down the river away from Lake Gobe.
I would definitely say long rest.
Yeah, if we're really a day away, we can totally rest.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's
Do
start
we
resting.
rest in the canoe as we're floating down, or do we go off to the bank and make camp?
We should make camp
Yeah.
because that's 8 hours of traveling we're not going to be aware of.
Yeah. Otherwise, we just get, we could get overturned by something in the river.
To be
or
fair,
whatever.
last time we went to bed without keeping watch, there was a pretty fun stuff happen. Man.
Yeah, I still think we should set up some kind of camp and taking watch. We don't have to do that.
All right.
I would like to mend our boat though, if I could cast a mending cantrip on it
Yeah.
multiple times.
So I guess what I want to know, guys, is how you've had a couple different camp setups that you've done before. What's your guys' goal for this one, and how are you setting it up?
What are our surroundings? Like, what is the lay of the land? Is it just more giant trees?
More giant trees, kind of like and actually they're getting kind of bigger as you go along too. Like this is like the ancient elven. There's also like a lot of mushrooms, a lot of little crooks and valleys. This is a very moist part. It's pouring down rain continuously. You guys have now been pretty much wet for like 3 days on the run. So yeah, if you feel it's one of those things where it's like after you've just tented out in rain for like a week, like you just sort of like there's just not a dry spot on you inside, and then it's still very warm out, but you just kind of smell, and it's just like it's not pleasant, It's just not pleasant at some point.
All right, so these giant trees.
I'd also like to
do they
state that
potentially
the average temperature around you right now in this jungle is probably about 100 degrees or so, and with the humidity, you're probably averaging about 105. So it's starting to push really deadly hot.
In these
Which would be a
giant
problem.
trees, are there like potentially giant knot holes that like we can go in for like a wooden cave like thing to get out of this rain?
Make me a survival
So I'm
check.
assuming there's no caves anywhere.
Make me a survival check.
Disadvantage or
Disadvantage. Disadvantage till you long rest, bud. Okay. With
15.
With a 15, you're able to see that there's like halfway up one of these massive trees, a massive little knot in a tree that almost looks like it's been pecked out by like the world's biggest woodpecker.
All right. Could be a nice way to get out of the rain and cool down and dry up. Or we could be attacked by a giant ass fucking woodpecker. Like,
Even if we were Tenderloin, you're good with animals, right?
Yeah.
not if I'm asleep.
Well, we'll just wake you up. You'll hear me screaming, and that'll wake you up.
I don't know. I'm used to like sleeping through trauma, so I'm just sure we can go with that. Yeah, I can do like animal friendship and things of that nature. Sure. So we should go up there. How high is it?
Probably like 3 stories up. It's not like previously. Like it's much closer to the ground.
We want to try to bring the boat up after us again.
Did I turn into that giant ass spider?
Do you have any uses of change left? That was my question. I don't think you do.
I have one.
Okay, then you got it.
All right, so giant ass spider, web y'all and the boat to go up there, and then we'll make camp. Correct?
Okay, yeah. So you guys are dragging the boat up into the tree. As you guys are going up and doing this, a little 2 things are going to happen. 2 separate paper birds are going to descend down, and one is going to arrive directly at Scree, and one is going to arrive for Ashe.
Oh, sweet.
Do I see them get these birds?
Yeah.
All right. With my many eyes, I see it.
Yeah. Would you guys
Is
like to
that
read
Lord
your...
Cuckold?
More fan mail from Lord Venom, I guess, Ashe.
He is our biggest fan.
Let's open them ours at the same time.
All right, 3, 2, 1, bam.
Okay.
Rip.
Ashe, yours is from Glimgaric, and Scree,
throw it away.
Yours is from... You just throw it away? Legitimately?
No, I guess not. I'll think
No,
about it.
it's cool. It's totally... If you want to just burn it, do it. But let's do it. Burn the world down.
No, I should probably see what kind of bullshit he's peddling this time. Piece of shit.
Scree, we'll start with you. It's a hastily scrawled note on a paper bird, and it is in you think it's his handwriting, similar to the previous note, except it's just written very, very quickly, and there's like ink stains, and like part of the paper is like stained. Confirmation of mind flayer plot. Do not ingest more mind slugs, whatever you do. Please forward location on return so that we can pick you up after you collect the trowel, or you will have to trek back to Fargo Na and send us a letter. And included in there is a second paper bird that you can write on to send back to him.
It doesn't say who it's signed by or anything?
It's signed by Lord Venom, sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's just signed -Venom.
-Venom.
And it definitely seemed to be incredibly slapdashed. Like the previous note was like really well prepared, and this is just like he just literally like wrote, and even like from the sentence structure you can tell.
Yeah, I share with the group.
Well, yeah, I guess you can.
Oh,
is there anything you want to roll on the letter?
I think I want to roll on it. Not that I can think of. Seems pretty straightforward.
Any way to match the detect if it's like legitimate?
Well, that's what you can roll to test to see if you think it's legitimate or not. Like you can insight on the words.
All right, I'll roll insight.
Okay.
Not great.
Looks good to you.
Anybody else want to look at this letter?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at reading Lord Venom's handwriting. I've stolen it a bunch of times. Insight. Damn.
Oh. Crit, but you're a little bit dumb.
Yeah, this appears to be Lord Venom's handwriting to the best of your phonology. Sorry, what is it? Graphology? Is that like the study of handwriting?
Calligraphy? That's not it.
No idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see that the way he like forms his L. It's kind of like a flamboyant like Lord Venom. Yeah, that's definitely him.
Yeah. To the best of your ability to identify something through pure handwriting, this is Lord Venom's signature.
Guessing by the Mind Flayer plot, he's talking about that whole Moonblade thing that we didn't really go through with.
No, you told him.
Unless we're talking about what Chuck's secret mission is.
I just want to remind you, roll history.
Who, me?
Yeah, because you sent him a letter.
Anyone,
remember?
or
To Scree specifically.
oh,
Yeah.
You've forgotten what you wrote to him. I mean, you did forget. I'm not gonna like help you.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't know as much as we know, because I mean we don't even have any mind flayers in our brains anymore. Oh, Tendy, you don't worry about that.
what? I say because like I'm giant spider carrying you guys up, and there's rain coming down.
First off, you can't speak as a giant spider, but I want to see that happens. Tendy literally just like screams at you in spider. It's unpleasant looking.
What are you gonna say back there, Scree?
Well, he says that they want to pick us up with the time trowel if we want to get out of here. Otherwise, we have to backtrack all the way to Fargana. So we're probably going to need an escape route. We might as well give them our location.
Yeah, that's a good idea. When we get up in our tree knot, let's see if we can like map out where we are, give some kind of degrees, longitude, latitude, sun facing this way, river going west.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I still don't know if I give a shit about the dark mission anymore, but I don't want to go through that desert again. So
Same.
Yeah.
We made too many enemies to go back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, avoid elves too. And any more condescension from Norbit, I really couldn't stand that either. So, how far do I reckon that we are from Oberon's Folly? Do I need to make a perception check?
Yeah.
Of like miles or?
Yeah, just make a perception check. You'll be
20.
there. You'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, with the
Okay,
river
so
and just,
I
like,
write,
distance. Yeah.
Right. All right, so I write that in the letter, basically, and I'll send off the second bird.
What does the one from Glengarrick say?
My dearest Fallbright, it has come to my recent attention that you have, through your trials and tribulations, made your way to Oberon's Folly before I have. Allow me to first congratulate you, as you are perhaps one of the most successful outcomes from any experiment I have ever henceforth done, and it is with great interest that I would wish to acquire you as a reacquire you as a research subject, by which in more of a form of a partnership moving forward, if ye be so inclined. By wit, I would ask that you waited Oberon's Folly for me, and bear the Moonblade out. And if you would be willing, I could inform you as to more information regarding the structure of the changes that have happened to, the structure of the changes that have taken place inside your body, and what other outcomes may become of your existence. You are neither I'm specifically having Ashe read this. He has not read this out loud. I would like to make that clear. You are neither currently alive nor dead, but in betwixt. Without my help and my knowledge, there may come a time where you will no longer be able to maintain this state. I beg thee, for the intensity purpose of the pursuit of knowledge, you owe it to yourself and me as your creator to hold yourself accountable and to come back to the fold of research and knowledge and development. Please, you do not understand what you are meddling with in the context of the time trial. I beg thee, please send a slip that you have received this, and please tell me that you will please send in, please RSVP that I will be able to find you at the base of Oberon's Folly, and please confirm for me on the other paper bird, and there's a paper bird attached. Humbly yours, GG.
All right, so I'm going to pocket the new paper bird, the unwritten one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to say yada yada yada. This is some bullshit, and then I'm going to say, Scree, can you light this on fire right now?
You're the pyrotechnics guy. You
Well,
how wet I am right now.
Yeah, it's fine. I just want to make you feel involved in this burning of this bullshit.
I'll hold it.
All right, fold it more than 7 times.
I said I'll hold it, but yeah, I'll fold it first too. I'll do a little origami thing with my sleight of hand to a
and then
to a star something,
and then firebolt it. Bam.
Nice.
Yeah, that was full of bullshit.
Glad we settled that. We only need one overlord at a time. We don't even like the ones that we have.
They're kind of a nuisance, that's for sure.
Yeah, you see another paper bird coming towards you.
That was quick.
This one's for Tendy, I bet.
It does. It flies straight down to Tendy in spider form.
I just hold it on my sticky face, I guess, until we get into the little wood knot. So much typity type.
Are you changing back from spider form once you get everything up there?
Yeah, because right now I can't do anything with the letter, so I have to get up there. And then...
Yeah, I just want to maintain that you have no more changes if you change out of spider.
Did you bring the canoe up, Tenderloin? Do we still want to do that?
I thought we did.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, able to bring the rope when you guys are hoist. You guys get into this hollow inside it, and you're able to see that it's it's literally like a little wooden cave in there. And there's a big pile of giant nuts and acorns in the corner.
Oh no. Fucking, it's gonna be a giant fucking squirrel or some shit.
Light a fire and have roast nut.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are able to cut some wood off the wall in your wood home and light a fire inside a tree, which is actually less crazy than it sounds. As you do that, do you read the letter, Tindy?
Yeah, I open up the letter.
My dearest Tenderloin, it has come to my attention that my years of training have successfully paid off, and you have killed the challenge of Prime Angus, certifying your readiness to join the family in fullness as a full hemlock. I hope you know that any challenges and tribulations that I have set for you in their time as my son were duly to bring you up strong and as a proper elven man. Now that you have finally conquered your childhood bully, I expect you to understand that that any wayward behavior that has happened up to this point is, while very understandable in becoming a man, at this point, not necessary. Please. I will be parting ways with Glimgaric as our partnership is no longer profitable for the both of us, and I am proceeding to Oberon's Folly in an attempt to dissuade him from retrieving the time trowel. It is important for you to know that in the history of elven lore, the time travel sits at the nexus of the intersection of the Feywild with this reality. Removing the time trowel would doom all those of elven race to eventually wither and become bestial in nature. This is an inherent truth to the nature of all those bearing elven blood, including yourself and one of your friends, I believe. I beg thee, please assist me by bringing the Moonblade to Oberon's Folly and help me defeat Glimgaric, so that we may preserve Titania's tower. Humbly your father.
I'm gonna pee on it
Lord
and send it
Hemlock.
back.
Cool. It's not how paper birds work, but that's cool.
I'm gonna pee on it and then activate the paper bird so it flies away.
You could borrow Ashe's paper bird and pee on it and send it to him. Because he didn't include a receipt paper bird.
Oh, well then, fuck him. I'll let them know that apparently they're no longer gonna work together. And according to Cuckold, if we do anything, if we do what Dark wants us to do with that time trial, me and you are gonna not be in good spirits, Ashe.
Oh, Megan, I love that you got the Hamilton reference. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Megan's a better player than any of you guys.
Even if
no, I'm just kidding.
No doubt.
I'm joking. I love you guys. Sorry. Please continue.
You're not, but it's okay.
Personally, Tenderloin, I've made my peace with whatever the hell Dark wants to do with this. I was promised a lot of good things from removing the time trial. So I would recommend that you join Dark as well, because I don't know if they told you about this or actually you haven't met anyone. Oh, you met Lord Venom, but he didn't tell you.
I got on the boat.
Yeah, this group, by doing this stuff, are going to be promised everything you want. Power, money, land, slaves, purchases. And I'm all for that.
Purchases, eh?
Yeah.
I always wanted lots of purchases.
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with that shit later.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't remember slavery specifically coming up, but
most of those things don't
I want to lord
interest
over
me.
some people, sorry. I want to lord over anyone I can see.
Most of that does not interest me. I just want my mother to be okay, and the thought of her becoming what do we be, goblins? I think that's what Queen Skullfucker said.
all three of you roll history checks. Damn, Scree. You're having a crazy rolling session. Yeah, so Ashe and Scree, you're well aware, and you're going to have to explain this to Tendy in character. Yeah, so generally, the history of elves was like they came over here. They immigrated from the Feywild millions of years ago. And then they slowly, after Titania closed the portal that essentially clocked them off from the Feywild, elves needed to have sources of magic to essentially stay elves. It's like kind of Tolkienian in its nature, in that like the preservation of elven society, and those that like fell from grace in terms of elves, as they fell from grace, they kind of, and also like the magic of the Feywild shifted them. So like, you know, the Driders in the forest, the giant spider ladies are elves that just were morphed into Driders, or they become that. You can come elves, like, because of their magical nature, become a lot of different things. So like orcs and goblins are all descended from elves, as are like drow, because they made deals with spider gods and other things. Like there's it all kind of, all the elves, like it's like a lot of kin have like flowed out for this. And the suggestion that removing the time trowel would remove a lot of energy would mean that a lot of elves of Fargo Na and a lot of high elves would begin over several hundred years to digress probably again.
Cool, 100 years, I don't care.
Yeah, we're just talking about high elves here. Those guys suck.
Again, it's also a suggestion that people that live that long, probably. So, you know, you're not exactly sure. Ashe, you based on your arcana and history, probably know that, like, you know, it will affect you in some, like, you will become maybe slightly less magical. But you have no idea if that affects you, because you got other shit going on that's probably more important than your elven heritage.
Yeah, I'll start borrowing some demon magic or something.
You got a plan. Also, slavery. That's don't just dump that on your DM. We can't not. I don't know. You're right.
I'm gonna have a bunch of torture slaves to do my bidding.
Ashe has always been up front with his evilness.
You told me you didn't like Redo of a Healer and didn't want to watch it with me. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
It's one thing to watch.
Tanner doesn't RP it. Yeah, Ashe loves that shit.
You're RPing hardcore. Cool. No, I get it. We're good. Oof. No, I love it. It's the face of a man who loves it. Yeah. Anyways, are y'all? You're gonna go ahead and like get through the night here, and as it's approaching the next day, you're able to have a fire. What is the watch order, and like what are the 2 hours of the night that you guys leave unattended?
I'll take first watch. I have the most health.
I feel like I should take the last watch so I can be up and potentially do something if a giant animal comes.
Okay. Then I'll take the middle watch, and then should we leave the last 2 hours of the night, like towards the dawn time?
How about we split it into 1 hour each in between the two watches? Isn't that why haven't we thought of doing that before?
What do you mean?
It's less risk, right?
So sorry, go back. What is your plan?
So like I'll take a 2 hours, then 1 hour break, then right. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work because someone have to wake the next person.
Exactly. That's the key issue, because it's like then it's just like an excuse. Like I'm gonna make you roll checks to wake up on time, and I think the answer is you didn't wake up on time.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Then just me, Tanner, Ed, and then 2 hours after.
Okay. As you guys approach the following morning, you're able to see.
So is dawn happening? Because I can reroll for more. Monarchs slots.
Yeah, go ahead and reroll.
Cool.
Re-roll everything you need for the morning, because you guys have had your long rest essentially. Nothing particularly interesting happens through the night. It's
dope. 10. All right. So I get them all back. Hells yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a D10. Shit. Yeah. You're all loaded up.
1d6 plus 4. So I critted, and Monarch is fully rested up. I have all my hit points back. I got all my charges back.
I am so gonna have to nerf that thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just.
What do you mean? I'm gonna die this session. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on. Don't be rough on me like that. Anyways, in the distance, you see a paper bird approaching. It's coming to you, Ashe.
Okay, I pick it up.
As you touch his skin, a seal appears on top of the paper bird. It is a spell. Sorry, hold on. Let me just pull this up real quick. Hold on. Cool. As it arrives on your hand, Ashe, it activates a spell of warding, which is going to activate a bunch of. It's going to explode in a 20-foot radius, and it's going to everything. So each of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's exploding? A ward?
So a glyph of warding that has been written on a paper bird.
I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
So you'd have advantage, yeah. Fuck. Trevor. So Ashe and 10D fail, and Trevor succeeds, which I mean thinks Trevor takes no damage.
Correct.
Trevor is going to do 32 damage to Ashe as it explodes. But more importantly, the salt shaker in this tight space, as this bomb goes off, you three are going to get knocked out of the tree hole. What do you do?
How much damage did I take?
32 damage. 32 fire damage.
I'm gonna use. It's 3 stories, right?
Ashe, use Featherfall on us.
I'll do absorb elements to reduce that 32 by. Let's see. I roll that. All right, it's now 29, and I have a charge of fire for my next attack.
Yeah. In the distance, you see a flock of paper birds coming down towards you, Ashe.
I wonder if these things are tracking me. I'm just going to use the featherfall ring so that we fall to the ground safely.
Yeah, you guys managed to get to the ground, but you still see the paper birds coming. They're flying at normal bird speed.
The
roughly 60
salt shaker is
feet.
still in the tree.
No, it got blown out.
What's
It fell. It flew out of the thing. It's now on the ground, kind of taking. It's a little bit smoky, but it's there.
It's a bunch of rain. It won't catch fire.
Save the salt shaker. Let's make back to the river, I guess.
Yeah, let's get on the river, and I'm gonna try firebolting as many birds as I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's dragging the salt shaker?
I guess me.
Tenderloin, you're the one that can. Yeah, I think you have the highest strength, and you're the one that survives.
27. Yeah.
And survival. So yeah.
Yeah. Tenny is easily able to pick up this thing and make a run for the river. And as these birds are descending over one at a time, you're able to pick them off as they come in. Ashe, there's like maybe 30 of them, but you're able, probably in 6 seconds, able to fire off maybe 5 or 6 bolts, knocking them out of the air. The glyphs, because
get behind the boat, use it as a shield.
Gotta protect the salt shaker.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. As long as we're running with it.
What is your plan, guys?
In the river, so it's over in Folly.
It looks like you're able to. It looks like you're able to fire them, but you're going to be overwhelmed soon. There's probably about you're able to fire off maybe I think like every 6 seconds a fire bolt. So like in 60 seconds you're able to get off. It's like in a minute you're able to get off. Maybe 10 fire bolts, which destroys each of them on a hit. But with 30 of them, you're able to. There's only 20 coming towards you with a 60-foot fly speed, and about another 6 seconds, they'll be able to all be on top of you, probably detonating several runes.
About
use
many
the.
Of them are they? I could potentially, as we're going down the river, make a tidal wave to like take a brunt of them.
Could you use the silent step again, and I'll make a doppelganger of us with silent image, and lead them away from us?
I don't think they'll go by that. I think they're like attuned to Ashe himself. That's how paper birds work.
You say the name.
Yeah, you're right.
Goes to the person. That's why this is
So
particularly.
I'm gonna say like.
No one else named Ashe.
Dude, you know how paper birds work. It's cool. It's fun and bullshit, and this is why I'm leveraging it.
Yeah, tend to use the tidal wave. Yeah, since they're pretty close, that area of effect will definitely hit a few of them.
All right.
Also, let's be honest. If there was a mix-up, we
I
don't think Clem Garrett gave a shit.
All right.
And so whatever the ones that he doesn't get, I'll fireball it. The rest of them.
Because I potentially could also use a giant wall of thorns to just have them on that, but that potentially causes a lot of fire in this forest.
It's raining anyway, though. Yeah.
But
don't worry about forest fire right now.
All right, so should I use a 3rd level spell for Tidal Wave or 6 charges for Monarch?
What are the 6 charges from Monarch for?
Wall of Thorns.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I don't know.
I want to say the Tidal Wave probably would be better, but its range is what I'm going. It's 120 feet.
Use the thorns.
Because
your spells will actually be cure, like you can actually have healing stuff, which are pretty important.
Yeah, I could do that. All right. So 6 charges on the Monarch with Wall of Thorns. Yeah, I could eat that in the chat. So 6 charges on the Monarch. No, that just Wall of Thorns. Either way, both of them. So yeah, I raise the Monarch and I summon a Wall of Thorns to intercept the mass flock of paper birds.
Cool. They fly over. How tall is the wall?
10 feet.
Yeah,
6 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
It's a wall, kids. Like, they fly over it.
Well, if it appears instantaneously, like
No, they fly over it. I love you guys. It's fly speed. It's a wall.
All right, I just want to make sure. I'm gonna fireball them. Like use a 3rd level spell. Trying to get the max number I can of all of them.
Yeah. Go ahead, and I guess they need to make a dexterity, which I think they're just going to automatically fail because they're flying towards you.
Still running this whole time towards the river?
I feel like they should throw dexterity saves to not get tripped on my Wall of Thorns, but that's just me.
No, what's the area? What's the AoE on Fireball one last time?
It's a 20-foot radius, so it's
yeah, you're able to get them all in a fireball, and it goes off and it explodes, causing a huge fireball to go up into the trees.
That was at 4th level. I meant to do it at 3rd level.
I'm cool with it doing 3rd level. I mean, you just had to get an AoE on these guys. I love the Wall of Thorns, though. That was fine.
Yeah, so are we still running, or are we in the river now?
Yeah, you're right up to the edge of the river. You fireballed them as they all came in. You don't see any more coming.
Let's go. Let's do it.
On the river and go down at full speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed. So that's a survival roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival roll for the day.
22.
Yeah, you very easily. Yep, you're able to come, and you're able to get to the next adjacent square in just a couple of hours, and you are at the foot of Oberon's Folly. Congratulations, guys. You've made it. You've made it through Fargo Na, the city of Fargo Na. You invaded a lord's thing. You went through a huge-ass desert where you had to deal with like traitorous allies and everything else, and you went through a huge jungle, fought a bunch of goblins, had some emotional development with some hags, fought Prime Angus and murdered him by literally drowning him while he was alive, and then yeah, now you've made it to the foot of Oberon's Folly.
What does the foot of the Folly look like? What do we?
You see?
What do we see?
In the distance from where you guys are as you come off the river, literally there's probably only like maybe a couple football fields distance between the actual foot of the Folly and the river. You're able to see that there looks to be like some sort of small campment out at the basis of the tree.
Campment as in potentially people?
Yes.
I use the Atwell pass without a trace on us as we approach closer.
Yeah. You all approach closer?
Yeah, stealth.
I mean, we have to, right?
Yeah, everybody rolls a stealth.
We were here.
No, you can go. You guys could just fuck off. That's always something you can do.
Yeah.
It's the mission, and then it's plus 10 to all of this.
Yeah.
27, 19.
Bonus. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as you proceed down, you're able to see in the distance that there appears to be a camp that is in complete disarray. Nobody is running around or moving about. You see that there's 2 dead dinosaurs on the ground, 3 dead dinosaurs on the ground over to the side. And yeah, there seems to be like burning and tents on fire. and it's just around the base. And as you guys come closer, just the enormity of this tree kind of sinks in. This tree is like it's like fucking this tree is literally probably the size is like of like the what's the tower in that Tom Cruise jumped off in Mission Impossible? Was it 6? I think 5.
Nakamo Towers?
No, the big tower in sorry, the Ghost Protocol. That's it wasn't numbered technically. That was a bad drink, wasn't it?
I know what you're talking about.
It did not look good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're able to see that there's fires on the tents in the distance. Are you guys gonna try to approach closer?
I say we just keep walking.
Yeah,
keep walking, getting closer towards the tree.
Yeah, you come right up to the base of the tree,
down.
and you see that this appears to be what you saw in the distance as Lord Hemlock's party that he was trying to track you down in the desert. You see that the 3 Tyrannosaurus Rexes that he was riding previously have all died. It appears that they have had like massive explosions appear on their heads or something. It appears as you look into there's like literally bombs that literally went off as like objects touched them. That one's on the side and there's like a huge chunk that's been blown out of his arm. One's on its head that's been blown out completely. One was in the back, and you see that there's also like scattered remains and parts, and it looks like this whole campment was just carpet bombed.
More paper birds.
Yeah, it
Possibly.
does seem like that.
You see at the
Does
base.
it seem like there's any survivors anywhere?
You can search around if you guys want.
Might as well.
Let's ground. We might be able to find like a talisman or a scroll or
Roll investigation.
something.
Can I assist Tindy with his investigation?
Yeah, go ahead. Give you an advantage, Tindy. Oh, by the way, Tindy, you no longer have.
Are we looking for survivors? Or are we looking for?
Just anything, I suppose.
It's 2 different things here. Investigation. Oh wow. Yeah, investigation with a 13. As you come to the base.
Hold on. He assisted me.
Yeah, you rolled it.
Doesn't that mean if I have assistance, doesn't mean I roll twice?
You did roll twice.
No, the other thing is a weird investigation check. Does that count?
That's what you were supposed to do.
Okay.
Wait, investigation check? What is that?
They look different for some reason. I
don't know.
You click it twice, like on D&D Beyond. It'll roll.
It's the
dice on
same.
your
It's the
screen.
same roll essentially. You just it's the same
All right.
roll. You have a 0 to it. It's there. Yeah. So as you like approach down on it, you're able to see that based on the thing, clearly like a flock of paper birds were called in here. He had the names of everybody in the party, and so a paper bird descended down and blew people to pieces, and it just blew apart Hemlock's party. You don't find Hemlock among the bodies. You find a bunch of rations and water barrels too, but you don't find much beyond that. Their weapons seem to be ordinary steel weapons. You're not much in the way of magical objects that you can actually see. A lot of the soldiers were minotaurs, and they weren't wearing magical gear, but they were blown apart. At the base of the tree, you find a arch and a spiral wooden staircase that seems to have been grown into the tree when the tree was made itself, arcing upwards, just going straight up into the depth of the tree.
Well, we finally made it. Scree, go first.
It seems like we're a little late to this party, huh?
Seems like it. Though those seem like the signs of paper birds hit this place as well. So maybe Glengarrick's just cleaning house, taking care of loose ends.
Well, no sense.
You hear in the distance something that sounds like a helicopter blade. Not that you characters would know that. Yeah, you hear a mad whining engine. Very, very.
I look around. I look around for the source of the sound.
Oh yeah, you have a little spyglass, don't you? You still have that.
Do I?
Base?
Do I have it?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I would assume you did. It's in the bag of holding, according to our thing.
Right. Can I roll perception to see if I can tell where the sound came from?
Yeah, go ahead. It's in the distance on the far side of the forest. You cannot see through the jungle because you guys are in the depression of the forest. So there's like you physically cannot see anything unless you got up higher on the tree.
Right.
But you hear that
we're lower down.
Yeah. It has, I will say this, it has a sound, and this is just vague based on your 24 perception. It has a sound similar to that giant swing, like blade thing that Glimgaric had at the sundial. You heard that running, and it was like mowing through the forest. So you think that he maybe like, you're not, it's maybe like a days away. You have no idea how far away he is.
Well, no sense in waiting around here, I guess. Who wants to go first? Am I going first? All right, fine. I'll go first. Fuck y'all.
That's like he wants to go first.
All right.
I'll head up the stairs.
You just going to proceed directly into there?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's what you said. That's what I'm going to go. Yeah, you just head up into the thing. You see that there's a writing above the door.
What kind of writing?
Yeah, let me check it.
Yeah.
I assume it's not something I'm able to read. If it's not Orin Common or Thieves' Cant.
None of you read Elven, right?
So I
read Elven.
Can I tell?
Wait. Ash, you read Elven?
Ash, do you read Elven?
No.
Yeah,
you don't read Sylvan.
It's Elvish. Oh, that's different.
Yeah. That's the old elves. Yeah, you don't read Sylvan. Yeah. But wait, have you always read Elvish?
Yeah.
Am I just crazy? What was that episode where you guys couldn't read Elvish for some reason? Or was it just because Tendy couldn't read Elvish?
It's because Tendy.
Yeah, that was when they got ambushed by wood elves.
Oh, that's right.
He
We left
wasn't
him
with
behind
us.
for bonding reasons or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't really.
It was safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the car.
Yeah, you're able.
So it's Sylvan, right?
Yeah, it's Sylvan.
Am I able to pick up anything from it with just knowing Elvish?
Let me find.
Like, even
hold on. Let me just give me 2 seconds. There's like a roll you can do. Roll me just a straight history. Yeah, you're able to pick up some things. Oh, hold on. I apologize. I didn't have. Where was it?
Yeah, why does my face always itch so much when we do this?
That's your creativity just leaking out your head, man.
Yeah, spark. The spark of creation. Yeah.
Here we go. So, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
Oh, so you could actually make out quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like another dialect, really.
We're just gonna go with that. It's gonna make this entire sequence easier. Yeah.
Midsummer Night's Dream, Puck.
Can you want to read it again?
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
Well, we're gonna be hallucinating real soon, guys. Or we've been hallucinating all along ever since that mushroom trip like 2 days ago.
Dude, that'd be crazy. the whole tower fades away. We've just been like this burned field. All right. Well,
I think maybe we should do some Arcana checks going forward, guys.
Yeah, Wizard,
I think so too.
help us with the magic-y stuff.
I'm gonna when he says
great.
that, Ash is gonna go. Chuck called me that. Called me the wizard.
And as soon as you say that, Tendy's just like, ugh. Like he feels disgusted. Like,
Well,
Ash,
Chuck
please.
was really good with riddles. So Tendy, I'm gonna use the Arcana check, but Tendy, try seeing if you tap into your heritage or something.
I mean, I do have a faint memory of this. I feel like I've read this in like a a old book when I was hiding out in the library once in my youth.
I'm gonna do. Can I do an Arcana check on the door or the?
Yeah,
letters?
go ahead. Go ahead and roll Arcana. Yeah, the tree in terms of Arcana is just fucked. Like, it is just magically twisted in space. You've seen Scree move into it, so you know you can do it in there. But you're just aware that literally space, time, and fabric is twisted at the point of the root of the tree. So your professional opinion at a 15 with the roll of 15 is just shit be fucked beyond that door.
Well, Scree should be fucked beyond that door. So I mean, another day at the office, really, right? Any idea what this riddle could be?
It's not even a riddle. It's not even a riddle.
It is literally.
Yeah,
I will give you a press. Did you look that up, or did you just know that was?
No,
Puck?
I know that. I was really into Shakespeare like sophomore year. We had like a whole marking period of it in English.
I was about to say I know for a fact Midsummer is not Trevor's play, which is why I picked it.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Not my play. What do you mean by that? It was the first play I was ever fucking in.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, we're fucked for this. That's great. I thought you're. I mean, I always imagine you as Iago. Like, it's one of those things. Like, you're always Iago to me when I think of you in Shakespeare. So maybe that's it.
The bird?
I mean, I would never play Puck. Don't get me wrong. I have way too much like old man energy for that. But
you like really impressed me and then depressed me at the same time, and it's like a 1-2 punch combination. You know the line from Puck, and then you're like, the bird.
When you say Iago,
okay,
I think of Gilbert Gottfried from Aladdin.
We're moving
Not the
forward.
original villain of Othello. Come on.
totally fine. That's where they got it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it's a riddle. I'm not sure there's anything to figure out here except just to maybe tread lightly going forward, and maybe we're going to be in a kind of intellectual kind of space here as opposed to a physical one. I got nothing other than that. Some of that good eldritch energy kind of shit. We want to tie a string to somebody and send them through so we can pull them back and get a look at what we're looking for.
I'm gonna look to Tendy. Yeah, let's tie a string to somebody.
How about a big stick? We can tie my dead brother's skull with the horns on it to a big stick and kind of like make it a walking stick to see if it triggers anything.
Well, I mean,
that's
really the simplest solutions. Sometimes are the greatest effect. I'm down for that. I start reaching into the bag and pulling out Angus's head.
All right, now we need a giant pike to put it in there so we can like maneuver it. Is there like a giant pike anywhere? I mean, this was what's his face's place. It should be like giant spear or something.
You want to run back down and check the bodies again? Why are we putting his head on a pike and putting it through the portal or whatever, the doorway? Why are we doing this?
So if in case it triggers anything.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, Scree, you're welcome to go forward too.
Or
no, that's fine.
Let's just tie a rope to the head and we'll toss the head in. And
okay, yeah, we'll tie a rope around it.
To your prize.
Like a ball and
okay.
Like a ball and chain.
Yeah, just it's very symbolic. My history is always going to be my ball and chain. Like,
all right,
drag me down.
I take some rope and the disembodied head or decapitated head of Prime Angus out of the bag, and I'll roll sleight of hand. I tie ropes around the horns to securely fasten it like a fucking ball and chain, and I throw it into the gateway.
Nothing happens.
All right, I pull it back.
Nothing happens.
Now we just do that every 10 feet, and we should be good.
Okay.
All right, I go through the portal then.
Yeah,
I go through too.
Me too.
Stairs.
No bullshitting.
Tower. Come in, Katie.
Sorry, can I bother
Sorry guys, there seems to be somewhat of emergency. I'm gonna pop away for 2 seconds. Y'all tell me what you're talking about while you're going up the stair, tossing literally a physical head up the thing.
All right, Scree, I think this is a great plan.
You gotta use what you got, and what I got is a.
I mean, I have the sleight of hand score, so I guess I'm just doing like a lasso number at this rate. Like, just keeping it going above our heads, and every once in a while throwing it out and bringing it back in, just to test the air in front of us for like
every now and then
traps or something.
If there's like a certain like step somewhere or like a patch of like ground, aim for that to see if there's like a pressure point trap or something.
Well, if you want me to do that, it'd be easier if somebody else does the whole decapitated head thing while I have the thieves' tools and the know-how to disarm traps and like crawl around along the ground to do that. So do you want to swing the head overhead constantly, maybe?
I'm super buff now, and I'm using his armor and gauntlets and stuff, so yeah, I'll do that.
All right, Katie's having a severe allergic reaction, so I'm going to go to break, and I'm going to take 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, so we actually got to go to break.
Do that.
Emergency to break. All right, sorry guys, we'll be back in a bit. Okay, hello, and welcome back to the Pen and Paper Pod. It's been a bit of a dramatic night. Katie is totally fine. Everything is fine. She had a little bit of a hives attack, and her tongue swelled up a bit. But we went down, we got our Benadryl, got our cortisone and stuff. And I'm not coming back on my D&D podcast with my girlfriend dying. She's actually sitting here right next to me.
Fiance,
thank you. Ed corrects me every time I call you my girlfriend. And
good looking out, Ed.
And I correct him when he calls you his wife.
And Trevor corrects me when I call you my wife. She's going to be hanging out with us a little bit here just so I can keep an eye on her and do it. She's drinking, her airway's clear, everything's good. I'm switching to apple cider because I might have to take her to the ER. Who's my puffy princess?
Is she your Queen Titania? Is she your Queen Mabe?
Yeah, she tortures me just like Queen Mab, I agree. Anyways, no, just kidding. I love you very much.
Still a queen.
We're talking a lot about you on air. You okay? Okay, cool. All right, back to the action. Y'all are climbing the stairs by using an improvised Minotaur head as a mace to fling up the stairs to see if any booby traps explode it.
Can we take a quick impromptu short rest in the staircase?
Yeah, you totally can. And I remembered on the hold music this time, Megan. Thank you.
Cool, because yeah, I'm down 29 points.
Ow.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Is that 32 points on that first thing that you both ate? That's pretty good.
Short rest. There we go.
I'm gonna do 6.
I don't need a short rest at all. I don't think I've used any spell slots, which don't regenerate anyway, and my HP is still full. So.
I'd also like to maintain that you guys are going 10 feet up the stairs, throwing a Minotaur head in front of you in a lightless staircase that includes 2,909 stairs.
I got my full health. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm at 80, so I'm good.
All right. You guys keep proceeding up the stairs.
Can I load up my guns with 2 of those sick firebolt darts you gave me, man?
What are the so one of the things is that it is a rotating barrel. Where are you loading them in the barrel? In one gun or one in each?
One on each gun, and like the 4th chamber down.
Got it. So final shot of the gun would be 4th chamber, and you can obviously rotate the barrel to fire that one if you like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Firebolts are set, and you guys proceed up the stairs. After
I do at will pass without a trace just to be extra precautious.
You might as well, right?
Might as well.
You guys come after, let's just be honest, 2,909 steps. It takes you like most of a day to get to the top of the tower because that's how the day works. And you guys come out into a massive open space. I just kind of opened it up for you guys so you can see. But there's like on the top of the tree, there's those trees, branches that spread out in all directions. And at the very top, there's a massive platform with a clock face built into it. And at each of the 15-minute intervals on the clock face, you see that there's a portal, and you guys come out right here behind what appears to be a large stone chair. And there are 3 trees, one a withered husk of a tree in front of a portal which ice is coming out of. And then at the far side of the clock, you see a fall, nice scape, which has a bunch of falling leaves, and they're turned burnished golds and browns, and it's a beautiful tree. And there seems to be vines coming out that is going towards the chair on the far side. And on the far side, you see a massive, beautiful cherry blossom whose portal, there seems to be lava that's coming out, and it's actually melting the gears of the giant clock that you're now standing on. You notice that the clock seems to be made out of a wooden surface, that the entire clock is made out of wood. And in the center of the clock, where the hands come out for us, you see a massive tree that's actually coming out. It seems to be the core part of the Titania's tower. And in the center, there's a little cutout area that is like where the tree twists apart. And then the center of this heart shaped in the middle of the tree, you see planted into a small patch of dirt, a handle sticking up in the air. And you see the back of a massive stone chair.
I think that's going to be the time trial.
It's gotta be, right?
All right, so do we grab it? I mean, we came all this way.
This is a whole setup here. It's looking for some traps, right? It's got to be trapped.
I mean, I would say cast detect magic, but I feel like everything here is just magical.
Well, I can't do that, Tendy.
I can check for traps. Physical ones anyway.
I want to be clear here as we're moving forward. I do think you should take a third Benadryl. Take the damn third Benadryl.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? It's a dramatic night, guys. Just not for the reasons we intended.
My immersion.
Don't take it then. Just let's wait an hour and see how you're feeling. If your tongue swells up more, we'll go to the ER.
I'm starting to wonder, should I go to the ER or not? I love you.
Okay. Well, you just whistle.
Let you know.
Yeah. Like we said, we're monitoring it. Yeah. Okay.
If her throat's closing up, can she whistle?
Oh, that's not funny, Ed. That's really
not funny.
That was really not funny.
It was just how my mind works. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Serious situation.
Rain's falling onto the top of the tower, and it's actually going in, and you actually see that above the tree, the raindrops are actually falling in a globe around the tree. As the raindrops pass the edge of the tree, they actually start to move in slow motion. And then some of them, the raindrops are traveling up from the puddle, heading in the opposite direction.
Okay. I think I would like to go.
Okay. So if you guys just heard that, Katie wants to go to the hospital. So sorry that I kept everybody waiting for this. This is going to be PPP history. That I had a finale where I got Wayne. Sorry, I'm going to do the right thing here. Sorry, I'm not mad at you. I made that sound like I was mad at you. I love you very much. Let's go to the hospital.
I think I'm okay. I'm getting chest tightness, and I'd just rather be safe than die from allergy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Go.
What's best?
Why are you making?
I'm overreacting.
No.
How gross do I look, you guys? Like bad?
Worrisome.
Okay.
Not normal.
We're gonna go to the hospital. All right. Thank you for listening to the Pen and Paper Pod. I need to fucking go. Goodbye.
Can you call your dad again?
Yep.
No, that's fair.
Totally fine. Yeah.
We'll be really prepared next time.
Yes.